Hello everyone, hope we're all good. Big shout out to KR Couriers and Transport Limited. A big thank you to everyone who likes, shares, comments and subscribes to the All or Nothing podcast with myself, Billy Moore. You know, I don't know whether I'm going through a bit of a midlife crisis at the moment. I'm hitting the sunbeds and putting loads of skin rejuvenation cosmetics in my face. Got my teeth done. I'm not getting my lips done or a bit of Botox. Oh, Billy Botox, but yeah, I feel good about myself. I do. I feel like, I get up and I surrender to the day. I get myself to the gym. I do a good workout. I eat well. I eat at least the best I can. I'm on these prep meals at the minute, which are quite nice. I'm enjoying them. I've tried everything. I've tried intermittent fasting, not eating, the narcotic diet, which is just like living on milkshakes and sugar puffs. Yeah, it's that bulking. I've never been one for taking steroids. I have tried them in the past. I took Dianabol when I was about 23, 24. Didn't like the way I felt on them. Kind of affected me, the back of my calves. They were giving me loads of cramps. Couldn't walk a couple of yards without being in agony, and that wasn't good for me. And then I remember trying them again, suster on a decker injections in Thailand. I'm smoking fucking crystal meth and trying to eat fucking chicken and rice all day. I'm going to the gym, and I don't got no idea or concept of what like bodybuilding or training or steroids would do to me. I just thought you took them and you went big, and that was it. And that's what I wanted, because I was with the drug addiction. I was losing loads of weight, and that made me feel insecure, because I kind of, it's a coping mechanism for me when I've got a big pair of shoulders. Don't look, what the fuck are you looking at? I was just a scared kid, and I thought if I look big, then you'll avoid me. So yeah, I took shush and tech. So yeah, life, for me, it's been just one of eventful experiences, and that's why I like sharing these little stories on these uploads. And I thank everyone who's messaged me in the comments, and they've asked loads of questions about, like, I've done one recently about relationships. Someone said something about about a methadone detox, how much was you on, and what were the withdrawals like. For me, right, I went into the Kevin White detox about 2011. I was on 80 mils of methadone, and that's a lot. It's a lot of methadone to come off, and I was getting reduced. I think it was 5 mils a day in there. It was horrible. Got down to like, down to 20, then they put you on DVDs, these fucking tablets to kind of stop you having them snakes in your legs. I can't remember, like sodium tablets. Someone said to me, drink loads of soda water. It's got this chemical in it that helps with all the snakes in your legs, because you've got all these fucking snaky feelings in your legs. You go to bed, it's like you're on a fucking bike, like an exercise bike. You can't fucking keep still. You're sweating, you're cold, you're in and out of a bath all night. You just fucking, the night shift. That song used to come on when I was young bolting on H-Wing. It's gonna be a long night, it's gonna be alright on the night shift. Ooh, what was it for? It was horrible. I had this pad mate called Rochi, and just landed on H-Wing, got banged up with him. He was getting parcels in, and we were flying. I was on loads of meth at the time. They don't give you it in Walton, they give you Zimmerfin and fucking DF118. That was what it was about back then. The DFs and a Zimmo, Zoppler clone. Bands up with this kid, this Rochi, and he was getting like fucking 8, like quarter ounces and 8 every fucking visit. And he's come back off this visit once with the quarter ounce. And Bobby, he had this bird from Glasgow. He was with that was coming up, and she was loyal. She was bringing him fat parcels, and everyone was on him. but they weren't at first, and I was in the pub with him, so fucking touch, say nothing to no one. Because the minute you tell someone you've got a little bit of swag in the pad, that's it there. On your door. Fucking notes are coming under your door. Lines are fucking landing outside your window. The begging letters are fucking unbelievable. Then you get the threats, and then you've got to start fronting it. It's horrible. So say nothing, right? So Rosie gets back from this visit, and we're both fucking rattling. I'm fucking saying, come on, lad. Come on. The foil's all ready, straight. They didn't want to preempt anything. Know what I mean? I got the tube out ready. Come on, lad. Come back and went, yeah, got it. I have to swallow it. He was good at getting them up. So yeah, he swallowed these 2/8. Drank a load of water. Boom. One of them's popped up. So, fucking just that bad. Leave the other one for now, we'll pop that up in a bit. He said, should we just leave that one in there and I'll shit it out and we'll just get through this one? I went, alright, Sad. Fucking not thinking that you're smoking gear, you're going to be constipated, right? So, guess the tackle out, but we're on the bobby, we're smoking away. We've got a few days on this, right? We're not like tanning it madly. We get a few days. Like, we get 3 days between us on an 8. He sold a few jailies to a few lads because, you know, keep them sweet, we need a bit of burn, a little bit of munch in there. And then the gear's gone. Lad, get that out now. He's been on the toilet, nothing's coming out. He's fucking, yeah! Right. Lad, I'll fucking get out. That day goes by. And we're fucking rattling now. We're in a bad way. Really. Like, fucking, like, on the floor. The pair of us, right? Our legs are all over the place, right? I'm holding on to his legs. I remember this well. I'm holding on to his legs. And he's holding on to mine because we could not keep fucking still. It was horrible. It was horrible. And they're not gonna talk, lads, just get a fucking enemy up his ass. Get a little bit of Vosine in a bottle. Stick a... I went, well, that work, lads. He said, lad, it'll come out like that. We were like willing to go to any lengths. Like, I was lying there. I'm not gonna shit you not. I was lying in the pad, right, one night, and he's like, you have these mad turkey naps where you know, you think you're asleep, but you're not asleep, but your head's awake. It's just horrible. And I remember him just being like still. I thought, that jammy bastard, he's a fucking kip him. You know what I mean? How dare he? And this is how crazy the thinking was, right? I thought, I could get a fucking razor blade and I could fucking slash him like a fish, wide open, and get that little parcel out. You know what I mean? Soon be sorted. You know. They were the thoughts, it didn't act on them like I'd have been fucking still in jail now. But he said, get the Vosine, lad, get it, and I'll fucking stick it up his ass and squeeze it. So I went, oh, lad, I'm going to have to try that. He said, yeah, let's go for it then, let's go for it. So he fills this fucking Vosine bottle up, gets all the bubbles going. And you know, an Al filter, pen filter, stuck it up his ass. So he's standing with his hands. Oh, the fucking true story, this. He's standing right with his hands against the wall, right, the window. Right, so there's the wall, there's the window, and he's got nothing on, and literally he's bollock hole, right? And I've got this, right, we don't fucking desperate. Sticking this fucking thing up his ass. What the fuck? And he went, is it there? Yeah, it's up there. Fuck off. Squeezing it, that's... As I'm squeezing it, the fucking flaps opens on our cell. I've seen it like that, so I've got this thing up his ass. I've got this screw looking through the flap at me. He didn't even say nothing, he just shook his head. Shut the flap. I thought, oh lads, he thinks we're fucking goosing each other here. Right, so it's gone up there. His stomach's gone all in bits now because he's all over the place with it. You know, and he's like, fuck off, going to Sorley. The paper's all over the floor. That's how fucking bad it is, man. You've got like, you're shitting on a fucking Alejo. His whole innards come out. So that's how bad it was. You're shitting on an old Echo, which is, to be honest, it's not that bad really, because it needs shitting on anyway. But yeah, I knew he was up in court a few days later, and you know what, he never got it out, and it was horrible. You know, he's gone to court, and the mad thing was, he went to court that morning, he came back, and I thought I was hoping he'd come back to pad, but he never. He went on a K-ring and he got it out that night. And I didn't get a fucking thing off him. And I was gutted. And that's when, you know, I devised this plan to get out of me pad. You know, by faking an illness, and ended up in hospital with a phone number that he left me to contact a friend of his who turns up at the hospital and dropped an 8 gear off for me a couple of days later. That's another story that I've shared before. You know, I actually tanned that in for exactly hospital in the toilets while Mr. Muscle was waiting outside. Yeah, so fucking hell. It's not nice being an addict, but there's a little story for you of an experience that I had when I was in prison, in the grip, and using. It was fun. Thanks for listening.